Let's see. Okay, we got everybody. Good evening, folks. Good to be here with you again. Happy Tuesday night, and definitely happy Black History Month to everybody. I have some exciting stuff to share with you. Hey, Dr. Moshe, what's happening, sir? All right. There is, let's see, the first thing you may notice, I hope you notice, that I have a new t-shirt on. And this is my special Jazz in the Spirit t-shirt. YouTube and Facebook folks, I'm going to get a little closer so maybe you can see it a little better. Let's see. Yeah, it was the logo actually. Originally, I have my good friend and brother Sticks Bones to thank for that. That's the one that you usually see behind me, and those of you that are on Facebook and YouTube, you can see it in the corner there. I didn't do it on Instagram because I know it would show up backwards. I'm going to probably work on something for you all so you don't always have to look at backwards writing. But so this is going to be a fundraiser for us. They're probably going to go, I guess, the labor and all that kind of stuff takes a little while. So we're going to probably shoot for about 30 plus shipping. So that should enable us to cover costs and put a lot of profit over the top of that. So 'cause we want to be able to keep bringing this stuff to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them available on the same website that you go to for the CDs. You go to my website, www.jazzinthespirit.com, and you click the Buy CD Now button, at least right now, and that takes you to a Shopify page where you actually do the financial transaction to purchase the CD. So I'll do the same thing for the t-shirts. And I'm pretty excited because this will be the first time we're actually doing something like t-shirts, and that's pretty cool. And I love my mugs, right? So last time, I think I showed you all this for the very first time. This is a special Jazz in the Spirit mug, also with the logo. Also designed by my lovely bride. And we're going to have those available to purchase as well because we want Jazz in the Spirit to flourish. So probably going to have those, I'd say at this point, I'm doing a little more calculating, but I'm going to roughly estimate about 20 plus shipping. So Music and Medicine, you're here too. Thank you for being here. And we're going to put up posts so you all will know when they're actually available. So in addition to that, we got a lot of announcements to share with you all, and it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting, the stuff that's going to be happening. So let's see. First. Hey, sweetheart. Thank you. Well, Tara had a big hand in this too with the mug part. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely give credit where credit is due. So last Tuesday, you all know that I shared some of my sales totals, and it's nothing like getting the hard data. Hey, Iris, how you doing? The hard data to let you know where you really stand. So for those of you that weren't able to be here last week to see or see the video since, so far out of from June 10th when this was released to now, we've totaled 1,765 CDs, downloads, and streams. That's the total. And what the goal that I had put out there was to be able to reach 10,000 of those by the 18th of June of this year. And the reason for that, of course, the cover costs that we had, but also to be able to raise awareness of gospel jazz to the larger music industry specifically, and to the public too, so that people would realize that this is a style, that it's a unique niche that's all its own, and it has its own sound, it has its own following, it has its own composers and featured artists, many of which you hear all the time on, or at least I try to let you hear on this station, which I'm listening to in the background. It's gospel jazz radio from the Jazz Radio Network, which is on the internet. So you just go to the Jazz Radio Network online, and it has 4 different stations, and the one is called Gospel Jazz. You just click on that, and you can play it. It's 24/7, which is awesome, but it's kind of unique. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of 24/7 gospel jazz stations, at least that I'm aware of, and that's the problem. Because as a gospel jazz artist, I'm looking for opportunities to perform, to share my music, to share the message with other people, and so that's what I'm looking to do more of, and I think many of you who have shared your support with us have expressed an interest in seeing more of that as well. So that's the goal. That's the goal. Trying to make sure that we bring this music out further into the public, so it's not so hard to find out about, not so hard to get information about. And the industry responds to numbers. So if you can say, okay, there was a project that specifically targeted within 1 year that they were going to reach the sales goal, that lets you know there have to be that many people, or a significant enough number of people who will support this music financially, so that if we do decide to put it on the radio, if we do decide to have a venue specializing in gospel jazz, if we do have a festival featuring gospel jazz, that it will be able to be financially sustainable, because these people will come and support it. So do you see why your role in this is critical? No one of us can do this. Even the most well-known national or international artists cannot fill a radio format by themselves, or a store or anything else. A concert, they might be able to do a concert, but you know what I'm saying. You need to have, what do you do once their concert has come to town? What else do you do for the rest of the month or the 3 months till they come back to your town again? You listen to other artists, and there are a ton of them. That's the great thing about this. So fellow artists, for you all, I definitely, I want us to encourage us to partner together and to work together, because, the scripture says 1 can chase 1,000, but 2 can chase 10,000. You understand? So if we are able to work together, then the combination of our efforts will be greater than the sum of its parts. So that brings me back to my sales total. So we've sold 1,765 so far. And in order to reach 10,000 by June 18th, I did a little calculating. That means that each month, starting in February, we'll need 1,647 sales. So that's either a CD bought, a song downloaded, or an album downloaded, or a song or album streamed. So it's definitely attainable, but it's something that's beyond any one of us to do. And the whole purpose of this is not to be a burden to you, but actually a celebration of this music that I really believe its time has come in the 21st century. So we need to reach that goal, 1,647 each month, in February, in March, in April, in May, and then finally in June, at which time I could be doing it before then, because our momentum will be going and say, hey, listen, you may not know me, but these are these are the stats. This is the sales information that lets you know that this music has a viable presence and a following. And by the way, have you heard of so and so? Have you heard of so and so? Have you heard of the Gospel Jazz Radio Network? Oh, you haven't? Oh, well, here, let me tell you about it. You understand? And so then I really believe all kinds of doors will be open, and 2021 can be a year for gospel jazz like never before. And that's exciting. That's really exciting. So, so that's what's going on. And I want to say a special thank you publicly to the people who responded so far. I started, for the folks who are on Facebook, that's like my largest group of people. I started sending messages to all the people directly on who liked the page. And I got responses so far from Mr. Nelson Morris, Lisa Pryor, my sister Kia Bennett from Second Baptist, who's also a singer and an actress doing big things. My Brooklyn homeboy, Mr. Brian McInnes, who's a filmmaker. Brother Chuck Fordham, Lady Charmaine Day. She's a pastor and a mental health and wellness specialist with her own broadcast. And I was just on there last Friday. These are folks who have, stepped up and said, you know what, Richard, I got you. I'm gonna support you. I'm going to purchase this myself, and I'm also going to help spread the word in my circle, which is tremendous. And I really thank you all. And so if you one of those folks, how sometimes folks in church, they'd like to, we want to thank the so-and-so committee for, if you want to be thanked publicly, I'm all about it. So let's go. And you don't have to wait for a message from me. You can go ahead and purchase the CD. You can download it on iTunes or any of those other digital stores. You can stream it on Tidal, on Spotify, any of those streaming services, and just send me a message. Say, hey, Richard, listen, I blah, 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 blah. Hey, will you, and I will call your name right here on the broadcast. Some people like to do stuff and they don't like to be acknowledged. So, or they prefer not to. They just like to do stuff quietly. It's like, here, dude, just take this, and they close it up in your hand so you can't see what it is. I hear you. We got all kinds of people, and the diversity is what makes for richness. So if you're one of those folks, then just do what you do. And I won't say a word, but I will thank you in private. So that's coming around. Let me see, what else did I want to tell you all? Okay, so here's just a little bit more about the reasoning behind the sales pitch. I'm always talking about deeper concepts. You all know that. And Saturday I'm going to be doing it again. But listen, many of us gospel jazz artists have been in the game for a long time because, it takes some time and some study to develop facility and proficiency in two different styles of music at the same time, and to be able to, sound authentic in both of those styles. That's not easy to do. It's hard to do gospel by itself. It's hard to do jazz by itself. But to integrate the two in a seamless way so you can actually hear, both styles fused together in the music, yeah, that's tough. So like I said, many of us have been doing it for a long time. And unfortunately, in many cases, coming up the rough side of the mountain because, the opportunities are just not there. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard, oh, this is just too jazzy for church. You can't be doing this kind of stuff. Oh, you sound like you're in a jazz club or something, Is that so bad? But I get it. It's, it's just a thing. It's new for people. And then on the other side, you go into these venues and they're serving alcohol and all this other stuff. And they're like, dude, we can't do that kind of music in here. People are, drinking whiskey and all this other kind of stuff. So that's in like the jazz club. But here's the truth. I have done this music in some of those places, and people have loved it. I mean, not liked it, but loved it. They're like, oh man, I never heard anything like this before. How do you, they have all these questions. And I'm like, yeah, I know. We just need more of it. And here's the real thing. This music was never meant to be contained within the four walls of any one building. You feel me? Whether that building is the so-and-so cafe or the so-and-so church. You understand? They're both buildings. This music is bigger than all that. So, but we just need to do our part to get it out there. So, so what that breaks down to, and I've been doing a lot of calculating lately, is 58 sales per day for the 28 days of February. And yes, this is the second day already. Now, have I reached, what's that, 60, 120 minus? No, I have not reached that in these 2 days. But it's not too late. I have had some, like I said, I did have some people who did respond within the last 2 days. So there is some movement, but we could just use more. So if you all can, share the message, spread the word on your networks. What I'm doing is, like I said, is beyond just any one person's ability to do. But check this out. I have 1,022 followers on Facebook. I have 471 followers on Instagram, 135 followers on YouTube, and 59 on Twitter. Thank you for the new folks who just came on. And I'm about to start Twitch. So with all those people, it's definitely a lot more doable. But each person, and everybody's not going to do it. I'm not under any illusions. But if even a significant number of those people do it, then we've got something going. So this is the ask. Listen to the album. You can go to YouTube, all my YouTubers. You can go to YouTube. My YouTube channel is Jazz in the Spirit Video. The playlist, the entire album is right there, and you can listen to it for free. I shouldn't be telling you that, but I am, because I'm just being honest. You can listen to the whole album for free, right? But all I'm asking is, listen, if you don't like the album, then you're done. No, nothing more to ask. You've done what I've asked you to do, and thank you very much. Now, if you do like the album, then there is something else that I'm asking you to do. If you do like the album, I'm just asking you to copy the link, send it to your friends, to your family, your coworkers, church members, organizations you belong to, whoever your circle is. And you don't have to make a sales pitch. Just tell them, what it means to you or what you like about it. Because what you say means a lot more than what I say, because they know you. And so, that's the ask. That's all. That's the whole thing. And if you all are able to do that, it would mean a tremendous amount to me, but also think of it like this. It would mean a tremendous amount to all the other gospel jazz artists who are helped by this. Also for all of you who are fellow gospel jazz artists, let me know what things you're doing. I definitely don't mind sharing your story on my story. It's not a problem because we're not in competition. You understand? When we do well, when any of us does well, it makes it better for all of us. So, because I can't keep a radio station going by myself either. And neither can you. So we need each other. So let's work together. Let's band together. So that's the sales numbers and the kind of major goal stuff. On Tuesday Talk, the other thing that I usually do is sort of go through what stuff is going on in a particular week. There is there is an exciting opportunity that I'm working on that I can't go into great detail about yet. But hi, Sister Phyllis. Let's just say there's an opportunity to have a song placed in a TV show, which I've never done before. I've written a lot of songs. I have a lot of songs, and I think they're good songs, but they've just never been on TV before. And so this is an opportunity. It's a real opportunity. And so I'm just soliciting your prayers for that because, I'm learning a lot. I'm 51 years old, but I'm learning a lot. So, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's stuff that I've wanted to know for a long time. Let me see. What's the next thing that I want to do? This coming Sunday, as well as every Sunday, besides, working so hard on Jazz in the Spirit, I'm also the minister of music at Fourth Baptist Church in Richmond. And we've been going exclusively online since March. But we just started putting our services on YouTube. So it's the name of the site, and I haven't connected it to mine yet, but the name of the site is Fourth Baptist Church of Richmond, VA. One more time, Fourth Baptist Church of Richmond, VA. And that's the name of the YouTube channel. And so far, we've got about 3 services on there. So I remember somebody was asking me, so when are you going to sing? I'm just going to tell y'all, I don't generally put myself out there as a singer. My saxophone is my singing voice. I'll tell anybody that. But I've kind of had to because of COVID, because I have recording equipment. I have the ability to play tracks. I have microphones and effects and all those kinds of things to make for a good presentation online. It just kind of fell to me to do that. And I'm working on getting some more folks in the mix. And they're coming slowly but surely, but it's new to them. It's this whole thing is new. So all that was to say, for those of you that want to hear me sing, is there. Fourth Baptist Church of Richmond, VA on YouTube. And we've got our 3 services up there. But I will say this. I usually use accompaniment tracks, or I'll play live, and I may play a little saxophone over it, or once in a while I'll break out the flute or something. But I think it sounds pretty good, all things considered. So go and check it out. But the most important part is not about me. Church is about the Lord. So experience the service, experience the worship, experience the teaching of the word, and the truth that comes from that. That's the most important part. I'm just letting you know because it's something else that I'm involved with. So I want y'all to know, the totality of what I'm up to. So of course today, Tuesday is the Tuesday Talk. Sunday will be another service. It'll be at 10 o'clock. And right now, we're not broadcasting them on YouTube live yet, but it is possible to go into the Zoom meeting to experience the service in real time. So if you go to that site, or if you go to Instagram, folks, we have it's called Fourth Baptist RVA, all one word. That's the Instagram page, and I believe on Facebook it's maybe Fourth Baptist Church of Richmond or something like that. But you can, if you go to the YouTube page, you can see the other stuff. And So you can actually experience it in real time at 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings too. So I hope you'll join us. I really do. And we work Jazz in the Spirit in there too, because it's in the spirit. You feel me? So that's going on. Then Saturday, this coming Saturday, I'm going to be doing another Saturday Sentiments, and that's where I talk about the deep stuff. And this Saturday, my topic is going to be how much is too much. The worldly influences on Black religious music. Okay, that's the whole title. How much is too much? The worldly influences on Black religious music, because that's really a thing that's been hotly debated for a long time, and it's a juicy topic that's being covered in that book that I'm reading, Living the Life I Sing, by Dr. Alfonso Simpson and Thomas Dorsey's grandson, Thomas Dorsey III. There's some good stuff in there. And, I'm going to share from my own experiences as well as some of the stuff that I read in there. So tune in if you can this Saturday at 11. Then also, I've been asking, and it's just my thing, so I'm going to keep saying it. We are not just here for ourselves. We are here to make a difference in the world. And I really believe that goes right along with Jazz in the Spirit. The two are fused. And so I started, to that end, a new email address called peoplewhomakeadifference@jazzinthespirit.com. And I'll say it again, peoplewhomakeadifference@jazzinthespirit.com. So that is going to be the Jazz in the Spirit email list. So that's where myself, as well as my publicist, Andrea Renee Williams, we're going to be sending out information to people on that list about all the stuff that we're up to. I mean, I'll talk about it online, but there may be some things that are specific to the people on that list. And of course, it's a great opportunity to share the stories about what you all are doing from week to week that we want to celebrate in order to make a difference in this world. I mean, we need some good news, y'all. There's enough of the other stuff going around. So we want you all to really to participate in that. So once again, it's peoplewhomakeadifference@jazzinthespirit.com. Feel free to send an email, send us a message. I will get them. I will see them personally. So you don't have to worry about, it's just that. Yeah, it's going to come. I'm going to see it. Now, if there wind up being 5,000 of them, I may not be able to get to them all. You know what I mean? So I'll try. But I think we got a little while to go before we get to 5,000. But if there's a deluge, I won't be mad. Now, here's something. This is primarily for my fellow saxophone players. And I know, most of you that I see are not saxophone players, but this is for you too. But I've been getting a lot of saxophone players recently who've been following my page. I guess they're seeing that there's some momentum there and they want to see what I'm doing. And we got guys from Japan, we got guys from Europe, from Brazil, from different places, checking things out. So for you all, alto is my main saxophone. What I've been doing lately in my practice time is I've been listening to, actually transcribing the solo from Charlie Parker's song, The Hymn, which is a gospel jazz song from the 1940s. It's literally called The Hymn. It was him and it was H.I.M., him, and Miles Davis, who were the main horns on it. And but the song is called The Hymn, H-Y-M-N. And it's a wicked solo that he does on there. And it's at this fast tempo. And then the other one that I'm listening to is Sonny Stitt, his solo on I've Got Rhythm, which is, I want to say, from 1959. So this is old school stuff we're dealing with. But man, those guys, woo, it's still challenging today. So I'm using those to get some inspiration for my own soloing, because I am working on a song. I'm going to probably be going in the studio this month or next month to work on it for my Christmas album. And I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, so I don't want to give it away, but I'm working on it. And one of those things, you sax players would know this, that the key of G on the sax is one of the great keys for playing real fast, and both of those songs are in G. That's why I picked them. The hymn is in G, and I've Got Rhythm is in G, meaning the saxophone G is concert B flat. But so I'm doing that, and if you guys want to, sharpen your teeth on some stuff, if you haven't done it already, go check them out, because man, those things, they're still speaking to us today. So I recommend those. And then let me see. I'm still working on my book, just chugging away, and I'll let you know more as I know more. We're going to work on trying to do some interviews in the next couple of months, so that I can just hear from some live sources to talk about what this music is all about, and get some perspective from some of the top names in the industry. So, and I'm hoping that will also be a way to kind of galvanize this whole effort, because like when people haven't heard of you, it's kind of like your name doesn't really mean anything. But if so-and-so said, oh, well, I think blah, 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 well, then all of a sudden you want to listen. You could be the same information, but it's, who the presenter is. So that's the other reason. And then the people that I really admire too. So I do want to genuinely hear what they have to say. So that's going on. So kind of recapping all this stuff, because I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff out there. We're working on our sales, 58 per day, y'all. And 1,647 each month. That's ambitious. To anybody who does sales would know that's ambitious. But that's what we're doing. Working on the book. Saturday, we've got our Saturday Sentiments, Worldly Influences, or How Much is Too Much, Worldly Influences on Black Religious Music at 11 o'clock. Then on Sunday, we've got our service at Fourth Baptist. And it's on Zoom, and then it'll later be on Facebook. So that's essentially what's going on. As always, I love to hear from you all. Send me messages about what you're up to. And of course, I'm going to be working on this merchandise too. So that the shirt, as well as the mug, hopefully you can see that. It's got a nice little monogram design, Jazz in the Spirit, same logo. And I'm still looking at videos from NAMM. Even though the conference has ended, they keep the videos up for the whole month of February. So that's awesome, because there was no way I could see everything that 1 week. So it's a lot of stuff going on, y'all. I mean, it's good stuff, though. It's really good stuff. So please let me know what you're doing. Please continue to support. Obviously, we won't be doing a Friday Night Inspiration this week, but we'll be doing it the following week. I need some time to get ready and to prepare my music. And I really want to, as much as I can, to highlight Black History Month in the music. I have a pretty substantial Black History Month repertoire, but I have to record all those tracks, which is pretty time consuming. So I'm going to just see how many I can get done between this week and next Friday, so we can have a nice presentation for you all. But thank you so much. I hope you're as excited as I am, because this is yeah, I mean, this is looking like it's gonna be a pretty awesome year. And for those of you that are doing great things, I know my friend Dr. Moshe Lewis. He's out there in Cali doing big things. He's got a show that he does where he's just talking about wellness as a part of your healing in medicine. And he's an actual doctor. Hi, Miss Alice. And he's also got this broadcast they do called Music and Medicine. So those of you that are on Instagram, I think they have a Facebook page too. Go and check them out. They got some really interesting stuff. See, Miss Iris is on here, and she is a fantastic singer, y'all. Oh my God, she is really great. And we've had a chance to work together a couple of times, and she's part of an organization called Spirit of Excellence. And those of you that saw my the Oh Holy Night arrangement I did during the month of December, Iris had a lot to do with that. So the beautiful set that you saw in the back, that was all her. She's got a flair for that, as well as singing and performing and entertaining and all that good stuff. So we got a lot of stuff going on, y'all. So if we pool our resources, it's amazing the stuff that we can accomplish together. So I'm going to go ahead and get going. And hopefully we'll see you all on Saturday for the Saturday Sentiments. Hopefully you don't sleep too late on Saturday. And if not, all these videos are always up afterwards. So feel free to share them with people. If you don't want to talk, you want to let me do all the talking, that's fine. Just send them the video. It's all good. But I really feel like this stuff will sell itself. And it's all for a great cause. All for a great, great cause. All right. So I think I'm done. All right. So let me get going, and I'll put up the stuff about this merchandise and how you can get it. I hope you like it. I hope you continue to support us. Thank you for spending part of your Tuesday night with me. I know there's probably some stuff on TV you might have wanted to watch or whatever, or if you're watching it right now, that's cool. That's cool. It's all good. But thank you. It means a lot that you take the time to come and check this out with me. So I'm going to get going, and you all have a great Tuesday. All right. Talk to you soon. All right. Bye-bye.